Hello everyone! This is my updated build for a PvP support healer. Effectively utilizing this build will forge you into an unkillable healer with massive crowd control potential. Be sure to check out my Twitch channel in the description to watch the build in action. I also have another video I'll link here if you want to see how the build plays. Also, if you're looking for friends to play New World with, consider joining my Discord as we're making a guild going into launch. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy my healer content. Alright, so of course the first weapon I'll go over is the Life Staff. As the only healing weapon in the game currently, this is your number one option as a healer. I've tried out many different skill combinations for PvP so far, and these are the three that I found the most survivability with. The first skill is Sacred Ground, which is a stationary heal AoE. I take both passives, and don't skip on these, because they double your mana regen and give you a 50% heal boost for all healing done inside the AoE. This is some of the biggest burst healing you'll see in New World. The next skill I take is Beacon, which is another AoE heal. However, this one has a longer cooldown and can be attached to players, so it has more potential for mobility if a fight is migrating. This skill is so useful that I take every passive as well, making the skill's radius larger, having it last longer, and allowing my teammates to gain haste from it. The final skill, Orb of Protection, is what truly brings this build together. In a war, I would change this skill for Splash of Light, but in almost every other PvP situation that is smaller scale, Orb of Protection is too good to pass up. When you hit an ally with a skill, it gives 20 seconds of 15% fortify, reducing damage taken. If you can aim it, this skill will allow your teammates to have nearly 100% uptime on this damage reduction passive, as it only has a 10-second cooldown. I also take the first two passives for this skill, so I can gain the benefits from it as well, and for a nice little heal over time effect. Passives are personal preference for your unique playstyle, and the ones that I have selected here are simply to boost my healing output, debuff cleansing, and buffs. For my second weapon, I go with the Warhammer. I played with a lot of secondaries, and while I also really enjoyed Ice Gauntlet, especially in 1v1s, the Warhammer offered so much crowd control, utility, and survivability that I ended up sticking with it. The first skill I pick for this weapon is Clear Out. This is a lower cooldown pushback that, with passive selective, gives you Fortify and knocks back anyone who gives you a problem. I take all the passives for this skill as they offer tremendous upgrades. The next skill I take is Shockwave, which is an AoE stun with a 20-second cooldown. This skill is a lifesaver when you are trying to keep your team alive, as you can go in and stun before swapping back to heal low health allies. This skill is also very effective at self-sustain if many enemies are targeting you. The last skill I take is Path of Destiny, as the first passive available for it turns this skill into a stagger. I particularly like this skill in tandem with the Life Staff, as it is your only long-range skill with the hammer. You can swap to hammer, use this as an opener, and close the distance to use the rest of your CC skills. Passives, again, are up to preference. I take passives that give me more survivability through Fortify and increasing my debuff stun on enemies. For attribute points, I go half-half. 100 points in focus for the heal boost, and 100 in constitution for the massive health pool it gives. For armor, I go full heavy, as the light armor unfortunately did not scale to give more healing, so the survivability of heavy armor makes it a must pick for PvP. I hope you guys have fun with this build because I personally really enjoyed it, especially in open world PvP. I'll have a quick tips and settings guide soon for healers, so stay tuned for that as well. And, as always, if you want to support my channel, please consider liking and subscribing. See you guys in New World!